Yo guys, what is up? It's Grizzly here, and today I will do a guide for Gangplank, which has been requested before, and I know that was quite a while ago, but there's an issue with my League client where replays don't actually work at all, and since like Riot released their own replay system, all third-party websites has shut down their service. So I don't really know how to fix that right now, so I'm just gonna do like a traditional guide where I just show the setup, and maybe in a later video I can show some gameplay, but I actually already have a video of me playing Gangplank in lane, so you can go check that out if you wish. But let's get started with the guide. I'm not gonna go over his abilities in this guide. I think that most of you already know how his kit works. He basically deals a lot of damage, and he's centered around building rather damage focused and dealing a lot of AD damage and having a global ultimate, so that's basically the general gist of it. So the Rune page for Gangplank is the most standard one. I would say it's really recommended that you actually go with the 10% flat cooldown reduction page. The reason for this is because he has his W, which helps him a lot during the early game laning phase, and with CDR you can use your W more often, so therefore you heal a bit more. So it's like overall the best page, and it also scales really well. Just flat armored yellows, you can go skilling HP against AP champions, of course. But there is actually a new page with this, where you basically remove all the AD marks and you remove all the or the 2 AD quints, and you basically replace these with lethality. And what this will end up giving you is 20 flat lethality, which during the mid game and late game is much superior to this, but during the first few levels this will be advantageous. And also if you have kind of lack of rune pages, I would suggest going with this one if you're not like gonna main Gangplank exclusively, but otherwise just stick to this page. But you can also go the lethality page, and I think the lethality page is actually a tiny bit better right now, so keep that in mind. Okay, so the Masteries for Gangplank are, in my opinion, like there's only like one setup which is the best by far. Some people still go Grasp on Gangplank top, for example, and this can actually have some use with a specific build, which I'm gonna show you guys. But the standard setup is Savagery, obviously for last hitting. Assassin, I don't really recommend Secret Stash because you already have a lot of sustain. You go Merciless, but you can go 1 point meditation for some extra mana regen. This is totally up to you, but this is just the standard. And then you go Bandit, because Gangplank, when he Qs someone, he actually gets 10 gold from that because it counts like an auto attack, so that's really good. Now that lethality is so buffed, precision is much better than intelligence for all AD champions. This includes Ribbon, it includes Gangplank and stuff like that, so yeah. And then Thunderlord's Decree, obviously, it's just the best choice. Going over to Ferocity Sorcery, because you will do more spells than auto attacks. You go Fresh Blood against melee matchups, but you go Feast against ranged matchups. And melee matchups are the most common top lane, so have this as like the standard. And then as for Vampirism and Natural Talent, I like to go for Natural Talent and Vampirism. And then since you have a global ultimate, you can go Bounty Hunter. It's probably the best choice in the long run, but if you just want like fast damage and you want to make sure you can harass the opponent through the early levels, you can go with Double-Edged Sword. I would not really recommend Battle Trance unless you're doing the specific build, which I'm gonna go through. So this is like if you build a standard kind of Trinity Force, you almost into Infinity Edge, into Static Shiv build, where you just build full damage and a lot of crit basically. But the other build is actually Trinity Force, you almost go split into Titanic Hydra, and after that you go Deadman's Plate and Guardian Angel. It's kind of a bruisery Gangplank top guide, and I would not recommend it in like the highest of highest elos if you're not in a really favorable matchup. But if you want to like solo carry the game and kind of build bruisery so you can like go in a fight and not die and still kill almost everyone, it's a really good build, and it's also really expensive, keep that in mind, so only do it if you're like ahead and you really want to make sure that you can 1v2 the enemy top laner and jungler. It's just a really fun build to play, honestly, and you can go this with Thunderlords, so the only thing that you swap out is that you go Battle Trance, as I said, otherwise you go this, but you can also go Grasp with this build, and that way you're really lane dominant. And also with that, I would recommend the 10 flat AD, and not the, or what is it, I think it's like 13 actually, 13 flat AD. No, it's done. I'm gonna check real quick actually. No, it's 13, yeah, exactly. I would recommend this page and not the lethality page if you go the tanky bruisery kind of Gangplank build. So with this build, you basically do this. You could also actually go the Veteran Scars if you're against like a Riven and you don't want to like die to an early all-in, but most of the time Runic Armor is the better choice. And then you can either go like this, or you can, and this is if you want like more gold and better scaling, but this will actually destroy enemy top laners early game if you do this, because Fresh Blood is actually really strong early game. So this is a really fun build that you can go as well. As I said, I think it's not like the greatest build most of the time, but in some situations it's actually like required for you to build kind of bruisery, and it will basically ensure that you can, if you're ahead 1v2 the enemy top laner and jungler, and if you build exhaust with that as well, it's like really cheesy, you will be like a Tryndamere almost, so that's really fun to play. But anyways guys, thanks for watching this video. I will probably try to fix the replay situation with my client, and I will upload some actual gameplay, but until then I will keep doing these guys probably. So I really hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next video.